welcome back. If your home could use a refresher from experts in exterior, our sponsors at Oaks Roofing and Siding are here to help. Welcome, Allison. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Well, can you start off by telling us about Oaks Roofing and Siding and all the different services you have to offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a family-run and operated company. Our owner, Chris Oaks, started back in 2003. He originally started working with his father back when he was a kid, loved getting his hands dirty, and went to school at University of Buffalo, so very big place in his heart and mine. I'm also a graduate as well. And then come 2003, he went, you know what? I want to get back into the exterior work. Started as a sider, group of 5, then he's just slowly built over time trust in our community and has expanded into Buffalo. And from there, we've kind of grown, and we just want to make sure that we are taking care of our communities and they continue to grow and prosper.
And you know what, Western New Yorkers and on Daytime Buffalo here, we do try to highlight those local family-owned companies because that's something that's so important. Can you talk about, you just explained a little bit more of the history, but what makes it so special? And I'm sure it's really that family aspect.
Yeah, so it's part of that too, right? We want to make sure we have the right people in place, and I'm very lucky to work for an owner that really has women leadership as well, so that was strong for me to come in, and also community build up as well. So because of that, we know that we want to make sure our homeowners are taken care of, so we've really put a lot of effort and training into getting the proper accreditations with the top manufacturers. So we are top with GAF, Owens Corning, and also CertainTeed. So if you need anyone to get those extended warranties, we're your people. I mean, it's less than probably 0.5% nationwide that has all 3. Wow. So we really try to bring that home to our homeowners as well, knowing you are going to get the best with the products, but more importantly, the installation. That is something that you really need to make sure you look for the right thing for your home.
And you mentioned it, but you do more than just work at homes. It's so important for you guys to stay active in the community. So can you talk about how you've stayed engaged with Western New York and some local charities? Yeah,
so I mean, a big thing is we do a lot of nonprofit through NAWIC, which is National Association of Women in Construction.
Nice.
So we do a lot of local, small cleanups across the board, but also we get involved with Habitat for Humanity. And we also do other programs in other cities, but in Buffalo too. I mean, that's truly home, that we want to get into local charities. We do a lot with dog shelters and animal shelters as well. We had a whole big campaign of Pets for Oaks, so we have a lot of Oaks bandanas in case anyone needs them.
We love that. Okay, now let's talk about your team and how you ensure high quality craftsmanship in everyone on staff.
Yeah, so that is something that really makes us different. So we're family owned and operated, but we have the right people in the right spots. So what I mean by that is when you have your day of install, you're gonna have an on-site supervisor there. You're gonna have a production expediter that orders all your materials, keeps you engaged. You're gonna have a production manager as well that will go out, they'll do the audit, they'll check to make sure that your home is the same quality that I would want on my parents' home, will be done on yours.
Let's talk about that quality. Sometimes, obviously, we're talking about roofing and siding. This is things that are necessarily in our immediate eye. So what are some tips for our viewers to look out for to know if they need to get their roof replaced?
Yeah, some of the easiest ones is if you have shingles that are starting to couple or wrinkle or starting to get blow-offs. That's always the big sign when we get calls. But also, too, if you have darkening on your roof, if you have any granules that start missing. Also, too, big sign that people don't often think of, communities tend to build at the same time. So if you notice that your neighbor's starting to get a roof done and you don't know how old your roof is, that's a good time to check and have our experts come out and give you a free estimate.
Very good tips, Allison. Now, how far across Western New York do you serve, and how important is it for you to stay grounded in the local community?
Yeah, so in New York, we go all the way down Jamestown area. So we really wanted to make sure that we expanded where our community needed us. So as we started getting more calls, we've slowly expanded, but we think it's important, too, to serve the communities that need the most help. So we go from Rochester down to Jamestown.
Now, about how long do your services take? Walk me through the process when someone comes to you to actually, looking at the house, to the installation.
Sure.
How long is this taking?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the biggest thing is just the permits. So we make sure that we get permits for every single scope of work that we do. We're fully insured. It just depends on permits. So right now, we're probably about 2 to 4 weeks out for any roofs that need to be done. And the actual day of install is 1 day. Sometimes it rolls into 2, normally weather permitting. But we really try to make sure that we are making the most time for our customers too, so you don't have to take a day off work. We try to make sure that we're in and out with the proper etiquette as well too.
And do you find that this time of year is sometimes, I'm assuming in Western New York, the best time just because we get like 9 months of winter?
Sure. Believe it or not, we can install all year round. We make sure we follow the right specifications for our manufacturers, and we have a great relationship with our local reps for them as well too. I mean, ideally, when it's nice and sunny, absolutely, but we can also do in the winter as well.
Alrighty, Allison, what's been your favorite part about working for Oaks Roofing and Siding?
I think honestly, just the engagement and the leadership too. I think it was really awesome to walk in and have so many other general managers that were women in there. So
Beautiful. Allison, thank you so much for coming in. And
Thanks.
viewers, if you'd like to work with our sponsors at Oaks Roofing and Siding, you can visit their website or call them at 577-OAKS. Thanks again for coming in.
yeah, thank you.